Councillor Truman.
I'm just looking at the one of the suggested resolutions. The community board will get 10,000. If you add it up, I think it's only supposed to be 9.
No. Check that. That's re-observant. Ms. Gilbert.
Excuse me.
Hang on. I know the answer to this. No. I know we have been told about this before. Community board salaries or wages or whatever they're called are half paid for by us and half paid for by the TT rating district. So it won't add up. No, you're quite right. But that's why. Yeah. Now the next one. Sorry. Okay. Councillor Downer.
Well, I personally believe I'll stand by whatever Councillor Kipper and Councillor Henderson advocate for the community board. If they think that they should be on 10,000, 9,000 or 8,000, you're representing down there, and if you advocate for that, then I'll support that.
I just simply wanted to say, I think in the previous term my salary was 19,000 from memory, and it's jumped to 31,000 this time round. So that would represent a substantial increase for a councillor as opposed to a community board. I give notice that I'd like to move the suggested resolution and the new figures. Yes.
Well, for only one councillor, unfortunately, because there's only one councillor that's came from the TT board from the last triennium to this triennium. The reason that appears to be such a massive rise is because you weren't really involved in district council issues in the last triennium, so you missed out on, because of the way the structures were under this structure. I think all the district councillors' salaries with their $100 media fees are around about the same. It's pretty much the same in my opinion.
But with respect, in this new council, there will be members in the same position as I was in the last council.
I'd just like to ask Councillor Kappa if his 19,000 included meeting allowance, because I'm not aware that you was the lowest councillor on because it's all published in the annual plan anyway. All what we earned as a salary, and I know that mine was around about 29,000, and I was certainly not the highest. So I'm not sure where you've got the 19,000 from, Councillor Kappa.
Because that's all he got paid in the last training.
Yes.
Because yours went up to that because of all the $100 medium fees with TKMP and all that sort of thing. Now we've gone to one pie and chopped it up. He's one that's got a big benefit from it. But look, let's not labour on it too long because I'm with the deputy over here. I'm going to support this. I think it's fair. I've looked at this and I actually think it's fair myself. That's personal opinion. So I don't know, Councillor Kirk.
I was just going to say, originally, how did it come about? I think we were all voted for the change originally because the workload isn't as publicised. That was the whole point in the first place. So they're saying the workload's still the same as last time, but last time half the meetings that were publicised were then cancelled because of lack of business or whatever. So I just want to put that forward, that originally, that's why.
Well, I think the Turangi Community Board's got a lot of work to do in the next 3 years. Sure. Turangi really needs to focus on itself and move forward. And I would hate to think by inhibiting financially community board members over a small amount of money like that would have the reverse effect to what we're trying to achieve. So I'm going to support it, as I said. Hang on, it'll be there, then. Councillor Henderson.
I think it's fair to say that as the community boards found out a bit more about the reasoning behind it, they've probably been a little more negotiable and less concerned about it. But there's also the other issue, which is the mileage issue for them, because there's a number of them are concerned that if they travel on council business, for example, to Whakaaro or something, they're not necessarily paid for it. But it was made clear to them, and I wasn't aware of this too. But if you're going on council business, as long as you've got an invitation that goes to the community board, as I understand it, then you can claim that, which I think is fair. So in a way that sort of takes the cut in wages somewhat. So yeah, that's just some comments.
Any invitations have to go to your community board chair or as a whole approves it, and then you can claim your mileage.
Yeah.
And then it was.
Look, it's only a reduction of $600 out of the original proposal. So yeah, I mean, it's not an issue really.
I'm in support of the OR. It's fair to recognise the work that, and it's up to us to push them to.
Well, I think we had a mover over here. Councillor Kepper.
Just one more point, which I might not have been clear about. That's kind of the point I was making, is that even though the salary's gone down, they can probably legitimately claim, now that they're better aware, for legitimate council business for their cost of travelling there, which kind of offsets the change in the salary.
So you'd be the mover, or you were the mover?
No, he was the mover.
No, you're the seconder.
Yeah.
Seconded, Councillor Downard, all in favour? Aye, so carried. Thank you very much, and good luck to the Turangi Community Board, and we will support you as much as we possibly can. Small thing before we move on to agenda item number 14. Local government, New Zealand is a very, very important conduit that we all work through, and Lawrence Yule can get into John Key's office and be that conduit. You may or may not know, Kerry Prendergast of Wellington was the Deputy of Local Government New Zealand. She wasn't successful at the elections. And we've got old fishy mate Napotuki, Mayor John Forbes has now been elected Vice President of Local Government New Zealand. Congratulations, Mr Forbes. Moving to agenda item number 14, which is meeting dates.
Excuse me, Mr Chairman, I know we've gone off the subject. Can I just ask Colin just to explain just the way that the councillors are getting paid at the moment? Because I did bring it up to him, just with there's an interim between this going to the I think it's important that they just understand that they're not getting shortchanged.
Oh, well, they're not. Until we receive the sign-off from the Remuneration Office, we can't pay you your full amount. So you'll have a big back pay coming shortly.
Yeah, once it goes through the Remuneration Authority, they gazette it all, it'll all be backdated. But at the moment, you are receiving an interim salary. I think Community Boards is $9,000 a year, and yours is about $16,000. That's how they've determined it. And once this all goes through, we can get it to the Remuneration Authority, and then they approve it and gazette it, and it'll be backdated.
It takes 3 months, 3 months back pay or something. It's process. We live in this process-driven world now. It's all about process. We're public assets, and we have to act in a public good. Anyway, that's great, mate. Thank you. So, meeting dates, last agenda item before we go into confidence. We spoke about this before, council workshops. Anybody want to speak? Oh, I'm sorry.
Given what you approved before in terms of the long-term council community plan dates, that alters your schedule for February. So there will be a workshop on the morning of the council meeting day as well.
Okay. Anybody got any issues with meeting dates for January and February 2011? They're always subject to change, as you can see in the writing there. I'm unavailable for the 22nd of February. However, we've got a very capable deputy and what have you. So, Councillor Downard.
Just querying, I notice I've also got the ones for 2000, or the rough dates for 2011. Are we still going with 2 in Mangakino and 2 in Turangi during that 2000?
In the year?
Yeah.
I think that was our intention. Which exact ones they are, I don't think we've actually set yet. These are the dates, they're not the locations.
Just for Councillor Truman or...
well, the next one we'll be holding will be, the next out of this chamber we'll be holding will be Mangakino, and I would be thinking about March.
I'm just saying, as long as they've got notice, so they might want to organise something in the morning for us to, that's got something to do with the community.
Yeah, the workshop in the morning could, if we're at Mangakino, we can workshop something pertaining to the Mangakino district. By all means.
And sorry,
Councillor Truman's got a lot of bright ideas that she's wanting to get out there, haven't you? And it's a good opportunity to workshop those ideas. Councillor Downard?
Yeah, I'm not preempting Councillor Truman, but I'd like also, more so than just being stuck in a building in a workshop, I'd like all the councillors to be seen around the community, whether it's a visit to the... I know that you've got some things planned. I'm not preempting anything, but, that's the kind of thing that I foresee. Because I did know going to the Fire Brigade Service Awards over in Mangakino, they were absolutely rapt to have a representative there and, to see it in the community. So I think that's, good to, even if it's a call into the Fire Brigade, wherever, say down Turangi,
Can I remind the council that we didn't quite complete our bus tour around the lake, thanks to a couple of things. We never actually got to Mangakino.
No.
When?
Next time we do that, we'll go this way and go round.
I wasn't looking at anyone, are we? Have a shortcut.
Okay, keep it under control. That's cool. Councillor Hickling?
So, am I right in thinking that the January council meeting is cancelled from the reading? The 25th of January meeting be cancelled. That's what you're proposing?
No.
Oh, well,
No, and that is also one of the things that came.
well, I mean, so that's not relevant now.
No, it's not. So when this was
Okay.
written,
Okay.
yes, it
Okay.
was, but we've entered those long-term council community plan dates.
Okay.
We definitely need the council workshop in the morning.
Yep.
We've talked about some items that need to be brought up in the council in the afternoon, and if there's spare time, we would want to take that up for continuing on with your workshop as well.
Okay,
You
that's
have a lot
fine.
of work to do.
It's just that I was reading this, there was one, and the other one.
Yes, that's right. Okay, so that.
Well, I'm looking at this, look, and then it's just cancelled.
What do you want to suggest a resolution?
That the meeting dates for January and February 2011 with amendments we received. Yes. As well, yeah.
Read out the resolution that you want.
That the meeting dates for January and February 2011 be received as amended.
As amended, which is that white piece of paper.
We're not meeting on that date.
But there's no meeting on that sheet.
That's because that's only to do with workshops. Okay, you've got your meeting, you've got your January meeting here on Tuesday, the 25th.
25th, 9 a.m.
Can't we just have a list like this that also puts the council meetings on as well?
Yes, I will apologise because we have had to rejig this agenda quite a lot, and this has just come through this morning.
Okay.
And
I'll
my
forgive you.
apologies for that. But what we're talking about is basically workshop January 25th,
Yes,
long-term council community plan.
yes.
A workshop on the a council
Council
meeting in the
meeting.
afternoon.
Yep,
If
yep.
there's any time left over, then we'll carry on with our workshop.
Okay.
You've got a council workshop booked in for the 1st of February.
Yes.
Given that you actually had to bump some items this morning from your council
Yep.
workshop, we'll pick up on those.
Okay.
And then any other long-term plans and stuff. And then on the 15th of February, we're saying, given that white sheet of paper, you need a workshop on the morning
Okay. So there'll be a workshop on the morning of the 15th.
of the 15th and your council meeting on the 15th. Okay? As amended.
I'm clear on that, so I'll be the mover.
Except
Who's the
that-
second? Second to Councillor Kipper.
It's 185.
Don't organise anything on Tuesday.
All set, everybody? Okay, seconded by Councillor Kipper. All those in favour? Carried. And if there's any change, you will be notified. Okay, I need to move a resolution to exclude the public. Do I have a mover, please? Move Councillor Downard, seconded Councillor Kirk. Could we have webcam turned on?